Well, hello there, everybody. Fast Tippy here, and welcome to the first round of Argent Arena. We're going to be watching a game of Soulkingu versus ARBco. Soulkingu is playing Seven, and ARBco is playing 1950s Crazy Robot Cadenza. This is super exciting. This is one of the best matches I've seen so far from round one, so I hope you enjoy it. So starting out, Seven is actually going to play detached dodge. I like this move because you're hedging against something like Clockwork Shot. You're getting really good board positioning, and if they do something with on hit, you gain additional force. So his opponent plays Hydraulic Shot, and Seven is able to position herself in an excellent way. So moving into beat 2, your opponent's burst is down from Soulkingu's spot. So since his burst is down, you can try to play a ranged move. And specifically, you can play burst here. Their shot is down, they can't reach you, so perhaps if you play a burst, you can keep them from hitting you and get a free beat. And so Soulkingu actually is going to play reserved burst, and this is a fantastic move because if an opponent tries to dodge him, he can't because of reserved, and if opponent drives him, it can prevent him as well. So reserved burst is one of his best moves here for getting that free beat. Now what's interesting is his opponent plays battery dodge, but his opponent does not run all the way into the corner. And the reason is that Cadenza doesn't want to get into that kind of range. If they go all the way into the corner, Seven can probably get maybe 2 or 3 free beats while Cadenza has to try to close back in again. So even though Cadenza takes 3 damage here, it's probably wise for ARBco not to run back into the corner. So this next beat, ARBco is going to be going super fast. And so because he's going super fast, let's see what Seven plays here. Probably something that has a lot of stun guard because it's likely that his opponent will outspeed him. So Soulkingu plays Advancing Strike. Now this makes a lot of sense. If your opponent's going faster than you, orange, either level 1 or level 2 is one of your best moves. In this case, at level 1, if he gets hit, he can close in on basically any distance and hit him back. And then when orange is leveled up, if his opponent does a battery, he can go into orange level 2, and then that'll allow him to basically trade and just deal a ton of damage. So orange strike makes a lot of sense here, and allows Soulkingu to get in nice and close and trade well this beat. So at this point, Soulkingu has been doing very well. Let's see what he has to play for beat 4. So not too many moves have been leveled up. He's only been hit once. So he doesn't have a lot of powerful moves, but he can still use a lot of his controlling effects. And because he hasn't leveled up a lot of his moves, Soulkingu decides to play Cold Absorption. Not only to get the effects of Absorption, but also to level up his cold style. His opponent is anti power here, which just feels so great when you play Absorption, knowing that that anti power just won't make much of a difference since you can only take 4 damage this beat. So ARBco can have free reign to basically get in any positioning he wants. And so he's going to get into the center of the board here, and I think he might corner himself. I don't know what he wants to do here. We'll see how he plays this beat, where he puts himself at end, because at end of beat he can advance up to 3. So he will corner himself. This makes sense. He's preventing Soulkingu from dodging him, and when you're a tank like Cadenza, corner yourself can be one of your best moves, as you can basically prevent a dodge and then you can just deal your heavy hitting attacks. And you can see even after all these beats, the game is pretty close. Now, Soulkingu does a really awesome move here. Because he got hit with Absorption next beat, he's getting the extra damage, and Cadenza is in kind of a trading spot, so Cadenza does his best trading move, which is Clockwork Shot, and Remote Burst ends up being just the perfect counter to it. Soulkingu would fly away into the far corner outside of the range of Clockwork Shot and be able to get a free hit here. Now he's only hitting for 2 because Clockwork has that Soak 3, but he ends up getting a free beat here, and he ends up getting extremely favorable board positioning, which is very difficult for Cadenza to close back in again. So we'll see what's going on this next beat. Cadenza at this point could do something at Grapnel to try to pull Soulkingu up close to him, and I think that's probably why he goes Attach Shot here. If he does Grapnel, it'll pull him in close enough that he can hit with Attach Shot. But in fact, actually that wouldn't even work because the Attach would actually cancel out the hit effect of Grapnel. So his opponent goes Battery Dodge, which they clash. And then they clash again. Alright. Double clash. And the classic triple clash where absolutely nothing happens. So yep. He'll miss and I guess move forward one, probably. Yep. And his opponent will try to dodge but can't because he's against the wall. And he'll do nothing and gain additional priority. So again, like I said, Cadenza really has very limited options at range, especially since his shot is down. So it's almost guaranteed that Cadenza will play Grapnel at this point. And we'll see how Soulkingu responds to this. So he's going to play Heated Shot. So Heated Shot is one of Seven's greatest trading styles. So basically what Soulkingu is indicating is he's expecting to get hit and then close back in and deal the damage. Now, ARBco plays Grapnel Press here, which I think press is not ideal, especially after battery. You really want press to be your slow attack. It does give you the extra range, which perhaps he needed to hit Soulkingu at the range that he was at. But yeah, I think press is much better on a slow attack than it is in a fast attack. So now we come to beat 8, and Soulkingu does something super awesome. So the first time I saw this, I just scratched my head. I could not figure out what was going on at all. And so Soulkingu plays Terrified Drive, and I could not understand for the life of me why you would do Terrified Drive here. You don't want to do Terrified when you're fast. It doesn't do very much damage. And then when the pairs are revealed, I realize the Soulkingu is a super boss because he actually clashes the switch dodge. So now that Cadenza's dodge is down, Soulkingu will be able to take his choice of attacks and probably get a free beat here, which he does. And so now Soulkingu is able to burst out of the way. Cadenza is forced to drive forward, and Seven gets a free beat here. And given the lead that Seven has right now, this is just absolutely devastating and is almost the nail in the coffin. So that clash was just brilliantly played by Soulkingu. So now we are moving into beat 9, and we're moving into closing beats of this game. So ARBco needs to watch out for a fast move, and we'll see what happens here, because any fast move at this point could be very scary for ARBco. I guess, yeah, the expected move would be drive here. So if your opponent drives here, you would want to burst so that you can get out of the range. He could do detach drive, which would close that range, but we'll see what happens. He does do burst. Okay. Yep. So Cadenza was calling the drive since he was at low life, and he expected his opponent to go fast. Soulkingu does something interesting and plays dodge instead. I'm not clear why, but he does. And then it's kind of a switch of positioning of him advancing on and him dodging away. And we're kind of set back to where we were with them do-si-doing in place. So now we're moving into beat 10. And at this point, Soulkingu has himself in the corner, which means he can't get dodged. And so what is likely to happen is he's going to play a powerful trading style so that even if Cadenza hits him, he'll be able to trade back. So let's see what he does. Yeah, he plays heated shot here. This is a really good trading style. I don't know if Cadenza can even do enough to stun him. Cadenza could do clockwork, but clockwork strike, he's too far away, so we would have to do clockwork with a move that has range, like clockwork shot. And so for that reason, I don't think that he can deal the 7 damage to get over 7 stun guard here, even with this extra power. So ARBco plays Mechanical Press. So Mechanical Press does have the range, but it doesn't have the damage to stun Soulkingu. So even if it was fast enough, wouldn't have been able to stun him, but as it is, 7 ends up going faster and takes him out. An excellent game by both players. There was just a couple beats where 7 was able to get a free beat and deal that extra damage with 0 damage back, and it just kind of cascaded out of control and put Cadenza in a pretty difficult situation for several of those beats. Well played by both players, and I hope to see you guys in later rounds. Bye.